Hi, Sharad. Good morning.
Hey, Ninad. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay. Thanks. How are you?
I'm good too. Okay, great. I think let's get started. So this is Ask Me Anything call. So any questions you have related to your career or around Data Engineer Academy, you can let me know. I'll give you a brief introduction. I'm CTO of Data Engineer Academy. My experiences into AWS, Databricks, Snowflake, PySpark, visualization, system designs, Azure, DBT, multiple visualization tools like QuickSight, Tableau, all those things. Yeah, I work with clients like Disney, Fastnell, supply chain, entertainment is my forte. So if you have any questions around data engineering, data science, I've done my post graduation in data science as well. Time series and Gen AI is also uh, one of the primary skills. In Gen AI, I worked a lot with RAG. Again, AI and data engineering is something my expertise as well. So yeah, please go ahead if you have any questions, sir.
No, thanks for the intro. And I come from data engineering background. And I currently work as a staff engineer
Mm-hmm.
in a financial services company. And I have all my career I have been in the data space, but I always had this question of like what makes it like a complete data engineer, right? Because I've worked on multiple projects, but the roles and responsibilities varied from project to project, and the definition of the data engineer varied from role to role. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
having spent like close to 6 years in this company, uh,
Mm-hmm.
I have this question of like should I continue doing the data engineering? And if so, what are the what are the current expectations of a data engineer? And I did step into multiple programmings. Uh, not I mean like I don't know what the traditional system design is, but I have done it for whatever the frameworks that I have built and whatever
Mm-hmm.
the APIs that I have built. But how much level of like programming is required for the data engineering anymore, or like is it good to do data engineering anymore, or like is it that's the career point at where I am currently.
Mm-hmm.
And looking or like looking into myself a lot, like I felt like I would need one-on-one coaching rather
Mm-hmm.
than going on you know a cohort-based style, because like
Mm-hmm.
I went to many questions and I had this problem going to a cohort-based learning because
Mm-hmm.
I it's not fair to interrupt uh, the cohort the moment you run into questions which would obstruct the flow of understanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, in that thought process, like I came across Data Engineering Academy, and from the previous call with Abigail, I got a better understanding of how the DE Academy works, and it it is. I mean, we do have the access to one-on-one style, but
Mm-hmm.
the mode of teaching or learning is not. I know the logistics, what she has laid out, wouldn't let
Mm-hmm.
a true one-on-one style learning, right? So, and she encouraged that I talk with you with whatever the impression that I had, so
Mm-hmm.
that I have a conversation with you, and I have the questions answered from your side as well, and how much of the one-on-one style can be possible in my case, and if that is possible, how much is the fee structure we would be looking at.
Got it.
A
So,
lot of questions,
yeah.
but I will let you, I mean, speak more on the what is good for my profile, because I believe you provide services on all the aspects, be it data engineering or like the AI, ML engineer, or like what
Mm-hmm.
what questions of what tech stack is required for transitioning from data engineering to others, and having, at least I know entry level positions are getting replaced by the bots, or like, or or asking the senior level engineers to use you know uh, AI tools so
Mm-hmm.
that they don't hire the entry level engineers anymore, which could
Mm-hmm.
soon happen to senior engineers, or even higher roles. So I would pause there and you know let you speak on which role to continue.
Got it. What is your experience into data engineering? What all tools and services have you used?
So I mean, I'll start with the layman language, right? Layman tech language. I started with SQL, so I learned about Informatica,
I
stored
mean,
procedure.
forget about the past and history. So
Yeah,
let's say, okay, I'll lay it down in something like this. Tell me if you have worked with SQL, yes or no? Python, yes or no?
yeah, yes,
Okay. AWS,
yes.
got it. Intermediate level, beginner level, expert level in AWS,
Intermediate, I would say.
got it. Databricks,
Databricks to a little bit more than intermediate, I would say.
got it.
Not a pro,
Snowflake,
but Snowflake, little less than Databricks, but I understand the fundamental structure of
got it.
Snow
DBT,
DBT. Yes.
got it. Cool. So, sounds good. That sounds good. So now coming to the next question, or before answering the next question, I'll answer your final question where you said about, using AI, junior roles are getting, I
They are
mean,
not hiring them anymore. They are not hiring them anymore.
they are, if you ask me. Okay, I'll tell you one thing for this. For data engineer, there is no hiring for freshers. Okay. Freshers are
Mm-hmm.
usually not preferred in data engineering roles.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to be more into business intelligence kind of roles. Okay. But you don't have to worry because you are already a senior. First thing.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, data engineering roles start from 2 years or 3 years of experience. That's the market, what we have been seeing as a junior. And it's not going down, if you ask me. I would say it's going up because we are seeing a thin line getting grayed out between ML engineer, data engineer, or AI engineer and data engineer. So
Okay.
as of now, data engineering is something like, yes, you work with all Databricks, PySpark, Snowflake, DBT, different kinds of services. But there is going to be I mean, soon AI engineering is going to mix up with data engineering and software engineering. How come? Because in AI engineering, you work with APIs, unstructured data, and there is a lot of data processing. So we have one of our trainer who is PhD into data science. And he's working with company on top of Snowflake, AWS, but he's doing unstructured ETL pipelines. He's building unstructured ETL pipelines. So we were just talking about it today that he is working on PDF files, trying to extract the data through ORC. Sorry, OCR, trying to extract the data through OCR and then using AI to structure it into columnar level data and then loading into Snowflake. Okay. So that is going to be the future. It's not only just going to be JSON or XML. I hope that answers your question. And if that excites you, yes, there's going to be coding until you reach 10 to 12 years of experience. After that, it's going to be more of a solution designing kind of stuff. But into data engineering, yes, you would have to do continuous coding. If you don't want to, we do have different options. I think we can talk about it later. Um, but yeah, I feel it's going to be more exciting moving forwards because if you love data, if you love challenging things, then you're going to get challenging data. I hope I answered your question on the junior and AI thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now coming to the one-on-one stuff. So we actually focus on multiple things. So first thing, if you start with SQL and Python, what we do is, like let's say you're intermediate or advanced person already, you directly get into lead code style practice questions. Okay. If you
Mhm.
need help, yes, there are one-on-one coaches available. You can schedule time anytime you are available and coaches are available. First thing. Second thing, we do have 20 plus group calls every week. You can join any group call specifically for Q&A. You can ask as many as questions. Okay. Third thing, we have office hours. Office hours are like 3 to 4 people in a call, again for Q&A. These are three kinds of Q&As you can have. SQL Python, you do this practice, then you get into some tutorials, and then you get into some real world projects. If you're stuck with real world projects, you can do similar things. You can do one-on-ones, you can do group, you can do office hours as well. Then we do system design, then we do story preparations and all those things. So yes, it's a combination of theory, 10%, 60% it's going to be practical project based learning. And last 30%, if you have any doubts, yes, you can schedule as many as one-on-ones. That there is no limit over it. If you don't understand
Oh,
in group, there are specifically group Q&As as well, just for Q&As. If you think that your questions are not being answered, come back to me. I'll make sure your answers would be getting answered into 24 hours. So there's no limitation for one-on-one. But in coaching, what we have seen is when you do practically, you learn better.
yeah,
So yeah, that is the answer for your one-on-one plus coaching.
got it. And if I have to transition to the AI and ML space, right? So
Mhm.
uh, how much amount of time are we targeting for that one, Ninad?
As of
Because
now, we aren't doing ML engineering specifically.
okay.
Okay, we do AI engineering, but what we do, what we are seeing is if there are 100 jobs, okay, available in market, what we are doing for
Mhm.
some students, we are applying, let's say 70 to 80 data engineering jobs, 20 AI engineering jobs, because that market is still evolving.
Yeah, and this may not be a question for this conversation, but what is the difference between AI engineer and an ML engineer
And
from
in
the
AI engineering, so let's say I'll give you an example of the same example where you are doing the ETL pipeline for the PDF files, right?
Mhm.
So what you do is you do OCR, okay? Now OCR can be done using LLM as well. You take the PDF, you send it to OpenAI API, and you get the response, correct? Now here you're working with APIs. There is no ML model included over here. You are using API based models. Again, API based LLM models. So that's more of a engineering stuff, not machine learning stuff. Okay. If we go to ML engineering, in the OCR thing, we are not going to use LLMs. We are going to use, let's say, YOLO or some other OCR models. We are going to train it on different PDFs, and then deploy it in production, maybe on Snowflake or AWS SageMaker or MLflow or anywhere. And we do the ML ops stuff as well, like data drift, model drift, a lot of other things. We do feature engineering as well. So this is the core difference between ML engineering and AI engineering.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, sorry. Before we, I mean, sure, maybe if you're done, or maybe if we can hold, we can ask Manuel if he has any questions, and we can come back to you, sir. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Hey,
Hi,
Manuel.
Sharath. Hi, Sharath and Anand. Good to meet you both. I'm actually jumping in today mostly to listen.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a software engineer for 8.5 years. I'm
Mm-hmm.
considering a transition to data engineering, or at least adding data engineering skills to my skill set,
Mm-hmm.
um, as part of a search for my next role.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, here mostly to listen today. But I've appreciated
Got it.
Sharath's
No worries. My
questions so far.
suggestion, I would suggest to get into some Gen AI as well. That's where we are seeing, software engineering and data engineering plus AI. Um, if you're doing the job applications, you would be preferred over any other candidates.
Getting into, I'm sorry, did you say Gen AI positions?
Not Gen AI positions, but learn Gen AI,
Ah,
and that will help you get into higher paying roles of software engineering, or you can get into AI engineering roles as well.
understood. Is there anything you'd recommend focusing on from the Gen AI perspective? Would that be building agents or building software that incorporates LLMs? Or did you have something else in mind?
First is understanding the basic fundamentals, transformers, all those things, correct?
Mhm.
Secondly, understand vector databases. That's for sure very
Mhm.
important. Most of the productionalized projects are RAG. They're not AI
Mhm.
agents. So retrieval augmented generation. That is what I would suggest as the primary thing. And then secondary, I would go to agentic AI, like AI workflows and AI agents, two different things. In agentic AI as well, 90% of the 90% of the things are AI workflows and not AI agents. So if you have to design a pathway, I would start with transformers, fundamentals, vector databases, line chain, RAG, RAG productionalized projects, real world projects, then get into agentic AI workflows, crew AI, line graph, and then AI agents.
Understood. Understood. And when you say agentic workflows
Mm-hmm.
versus agents, can you distinguish those for me?
Sure. So let me give you an example. So, okay, let's say you want to hire a data engineer or software engineer.
Mhm.
Okay. You create a chatbot. You tell the chatbot that I want to hire a software engineer or a data engineer. Okay. That chatbot is going to create the JD job description, and then it's going to send you the job description for your approval. Once you approve, it's going to post jobs on LinkedIn, Indeed, Dice with their APIs. Okay. That is what we call tool calling. You give access to LLMs, you give tool access to LLMs so that LLMs can directly understand what to call and what not. Okay. Once the jobs are posted, it's gonna wait for applications and all those things. Let's say this is your AI application. What would you call this, an AI agent or an AI workflow?
I would probably lean towards calling that an agent.
Okay. Why?
Because well, one, because I'm less familiar with what a workflow is, but two, because I would say, I mean, it has like a reasoning loop, it has tool calls, and it has an LLM. But yeah, I
Mhm.
wouldn't be sure yet how to distinguish that from a workflow.
Got it. You see here the steps are static.
Mm.
You give the requirement, it creates the JD, it asks you for the approval, and it posts on
Hmm.
LinkedIn. Correct?
Understood. Hmm.
What is AI agent? You give it a requirement. It doesn't ask you for the approval for the JD. It
Hmm.
creates the JD, and then you have multiple LLMs, multiple agents. They interact with each other to finalize the job description. Once the job description is finalized, it's going to automatically post on LinkedIn. And this is an AI agent. It's not going to wait for you to approve the job description. Even if the
Got
job,
it.
and it's a dynamic workflow.
Understood. Very interesting. So yeah, basically an application that can take sort of arbitrary prompts and execute on them
Exactly.
versus following a defined pattern.
Yep. So autonomous decision, and the workflow can be dynamic. It can change anytime. Now, what happens is here the job description was created once. You go ahead, you review it, approve it. It can happen once or twice. But when an LLM creates a job description, it can do the reasoning 10 or 20 times. There's no fixed number of times until and unless it is not satisfied. Correct?
Got it. Right. Yep.
And
Yep.
then
That
it
makes
posts on LinkedIn, Dice, or it has to post on LinkedIn, or it has to post on Dice. It depends. That is what LLM is going to decide.
that totally
You're
makes
not
sense.
writing any if else loops here. You're letting LLM decide.
Understood.
So,
Understood. That makes sense. Yeah. And it
yep,
might decide that based on a prompt or something
yep,
else. Got it. Thank you. Yeah.
yes.
That was super helpful and very interesting.
No worries. Yep. Do let me know if you need anything on GenAI. Our team can also help you. We are building a excellent agentic AI module because I am myself shooting it. So cool. Nice talking to you, Manuel. I see we
Fantastic.
have
Thank you.
Ahmed as well. Ahmed, any questions from your side? Cool. Okay, if nothing else, Sharad, we want to go back to you if you have any other last questions.
No, if I mean, like, if I am coming on board with the data engineering academy and
Mm-hmm.
will be aiming for the data engineer roles with the Gen AI blend.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is the time period that we are, you know, is the time period going to be customized for each profile, or like, are we gonna have a dedicated plan for every data engineer, considering like they are beginner, intermediate, and advanced sort of?
Good. So it's going to be personalized plan based on your background. But do you need a visa by any chance?
I am on H1B visa, uh, and and whomever I'll be transferring to, they would need to sponsor my transfer.
Got it. And what is your end date of your current time span?
My I-140 is approved, and I'm good to uh, transfer as long as my date is current. And to answer
Mhm.
your specific current renewal and date, it's in 2028 March
Got it. So 2020.
8.
Okay, 2028. Okay. So I-140 as in you are gonna get green card. Is that right understanding?
No, I-140 is sort of like the first step after you file the perm in the EB2 category.
Mm-hmm.
And once you have the I-140, you can renew your H1B. Uh, I mean, until your green card date. So let's say I applied for green card in 2016. So my application date for green card is 2016. So
Mm-hmm.
for green card, what happens is like uh, uh, they keep telling that the current date is 2013. So people in 2013 can apply for green card. So until the current date is 2016, I can work on H1B by renewing it. As I have the I-140 approved, I can go for any number of H1B renewals as long as I have a job.
Correct. Okay. Got it. Makes sense. So for visa, the timeline can differ into the job applications. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, let's say this is 26, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if towards the end of this year, if I get a new job
Mm-hmm.
and they apply for renewal, uh, the by default the transfer application is gonna apply for 3 years, so it's gonna last through the end of 2029.
Mm-hmm.
So if I get it in 2027, they will apply until 2030. That's how it works.
Yep. So I think that is fine. The only problem what we are seeing is how much does it cost for renewals as of now? Because companies, yeah, I think you said 6 years of experience, right?
No, I have close to 12 or 13
Okay,
years.
then I think it's fine. We are seeing that if you are below 8 years of experience, 8 to 5, there are average chances. If it's below 5, we don't go really because it's getting difficult. Above 8, yeah, not a problem. The timeline can vary, honestly, if you ask me, it goes from 6 months to 10 months, depending on how
Okay,
much time you take to upskill as well. But yeah, the job applications, if you start even in second month, it can go from 6 months to 10 months of job application.
got it.
Yep.
And when it comes to the pricing, right, Ninad,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and like I heard like from Abigail that it would range from 10,000 to 35,000. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, how does it, what does it make it 35,000? So because she quoted me something in 20s, but I was like trying to understand how does it exactly vary?
Yep. So I'll let Abby give you more information on details on that. But just to give you an overview, there are different packages. Um, where you include job apply. Do you need job apply? You don't need job apply. Do you need GenAI training? That is additional. So that's what it is varying. If you need leadership, that's where. If you need GenAI leadership, you want to work on our internal projects as well. GenAI, data engineering, all of them, with upskilling, with one-on-one, with leadership, with technical project management, then that goes to 35. That is everything. If you just want GenAI, data engineering, work on real world projects, but not our internal projects, that can be something else, right? If you want to work on our internal projects, some other real world projects, plus GenAI, plus D, that can, I think, go 20 to 25, I think. Abby can give you more details. But yeah,
Got you.
that is how it changes. What all things you need based on that, the module changes. So we have like packages: gold, silver, bronze, and um, diamond. You fall into bronze, gold because you are into visa. So yeah,
Yep. Thank you. That was it from
great.
my side.
Okay, it was nice talking to you guys. Thank you, Sharad, for your time. Thank you, Manuel, for your time. Oh, I see Ahmed's message. Ahmed, do you have any question? Great. If nothing else, guys, thank you. Thank you so much for your time. It was nice talking to you. Good day.
Uh, Same here, Nina. Thank you so much for your time.
No, Ahmed, we cannot hear you. Yes, please go ahead. You want to type in your question in chat box? Sure. Take a minute. Okay, I think Ahmed, we are about the time.
Nina, um,
Yes, Manu.
I had a quick question, perhaps if there is time, and maybe while Ahmed is figuring out his
Mm-hmm.
audio,
Mm-hmm.
if that's right. I'm curious, for folks who have joined the program with a software engineering background, um, I'm curious if you've generally seen them transition into data engineering, or
Mm-hmm.
if you've seen them apply for hybrid roles, or what that tends to look like for folks with software engineering backgrounds.
We have a lot of them who are converting from software engineering to data engineering.
Mhm.
If you are actually working with databases, APIs, automations kind of stuff, right? So there are a lot of them who are converting into software engineering to data engineering. Some of them, yes, they do apply for hybrid roles, like hybrid as in 50% they apply to software engineering, 50% they apply to data engineering. It depends on the primary reason, whether it is salary or they are trying to get into data world and then get into AI world or data science world. But yes, we do have both of them.
Got it. That totally makes sense. And I think you also mentioned like AI engineering as a possible
Hmm.
like a separate role, right?
Yes, but what we are seeing is So let's say if there are 10 software engineering job vacancies and 10 data engineering, we see 3 to 4 AI engineering roles.
Interesting.
And that is why we can apply for the roles wherever there are vacancies. But that's why we are doing hybrid, like mix of multiple designations.
That makes sense. That makes
Yep.
sense.
Yep. Great. So Manuel, if you want, I think we can have one of our sales team have connect call with you, and they can help you get more details as well.
Perfect. That sounds great.
Sure. Thank you so much, Manuel.
Thank you, Nina. I think Ahmed may have posted his question in the chat.
Yes. Let me just check it out. Okay, so I've looked into DA and convinced for most part I have 25 years of experience in telecom domain in mid-50s now. Can you shed some light on the candidates in my age group? I'm working with Peter. We do have folks from 45 to 60 years of experience, a lot of them. Honestly, age is not a problem. I would say if you are confident enough, because there is no age limit into the job descriptions, honestly, if you ask me. Okay. Um, Depends on the background and what is the salary that you're targeting. So if you're okay with 180 to 250K worth of salary, again, if you are a resident citizen, it can go to 250 to 280 as well, depending on the experience and vacancies. But the average is 180 to 250K, and then it can go to 280 as well. If you're fine with that, and if you already have some data background, so yes, that's not going to be a problem. And yes, we do have some candidates from 45 to 60 years, some candidates with 55, 60 years who have already been passed out. They already got some offers and they have graduated from DE as well. So I don't think age is a number, honestly, if you ask me. And we don't have to show 25 years of experience into your resume. We usually suggest 15 years, 12 years. That is a sweet number. Um, because recruiters or interviewers, I mean, once you get into interview, you can let them know that you have 25 years of experience. And if you ask me, if I'm going to get a 25 years of experience person, I think I'm going to be more than happy. So it's about strategy while doing the job application and no worries on the age part, I would say. If you're, and one suggestion I would suggest you is learn AI, that's for sure, because we are seeing a lot of senior roles, they require AI now. So about 10 years of experience, or 15 years of experience, almost every interviewer is asking you about AI. Have you worked in AI and those kind of things? Okay, so Ahmed, I hope I was able to answer your question. Good at programming, Python, some SQL, a lot of networking in telecom domain, completed 6 projects. How long does it take? It depends on your time commitment, but it can take 90 days to 120 days to complete your training. And then job application can take from 6 months to 8 months. So around 9 to 12 months down the line. Great, Ahmed. It was nice talking to you. If you can just let me know your full name, I can ask someone in our team to connect with you. Thank you, Sharad. Yes, you can drop off. Good time to get started. There's no good time, Ahmed. You can start anytime. Okay, sorry. Yes, I'll let Peter know. So I would say best time always is now without delaying. I see a lot of folks keep on thinking about should I do it? Should I not do it? Um, it's good to think, but start executing on the plan. Is your learning fully structured? Yeah, it's fully structured. We have been in industry for last 3 to 4 years. We do have currently like 2,000 students. So it's fully structured. Yeah, honestly, knowledge can be filled in. It's more about speaking into interviews with confidence and filling your stories gaps during your interviews. So you don't have to worry. We create personalized plan based on your background. So yes, it's structured and you don't have to go anywhere outside DE Academy. We provide entire curriculum, entire learning into DEA with a personalized plan. So you don't have to worry about that. Yes, please go ahead. During my AI course, I see most of the data analysis work is easily done by any AI model of this exchange. You're not going to do data analysis. You need to build pipelines. That's the first thing. You first do the first build the pipelines and then you do the analysis. Okay. The second thing, AI doesn't have context on your data. Okay. So let's take an example of my data lake. That is a tech data lake. Whatever I'm building, I have 200 GB worth of data. AI doesn't have any context of my business requirement, neither does it have context of my data. Okay. So if I have to do analysis using AI, I'll have to pass on my entire table's data, GB's worth of data to my LLM, first thing. Second thing, I'll have to even pass my business requirement to LLM. Okay. Let's say then it spits out some SQL. You still need a data analyst to run that SQL and identify if it is right or wrong. Okay. So AI is speeding up your development by at least 50%, but it's not replacing everything. How is it replacing? I'll tell you. Let's say if one project or one analysis or one engineering project was taking 6 months, now it's going to take 3 months. Okay. So it's saving your time, and in turn, you get now more time and you can do more projects in 6 months of time span. Initially, in 6 months, you were doing one project. Now you're doing two projects. And that is where vacancies are going down in the industries where AI is speeding up. Okay. So it is not replacing actually, it is speeding up. I hope that makes sense. Cool. Okay. If no other questions, Ahmed, I think it was so we still have room and time to get. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, there are a lot of vacancies. So, what I would suggest is if you have any doubts, go to LinkedIn, search for the jobs that you're interested. And if there are more than 10 pages on the LinkedIn, there is huge vacancy. I mean, there is huge opportunities because every page can have at least 10 to 20 jobs. That's around 100 to 200 jobs only on LinkedIn on that specific day. There are 100 different job boards, 500 career pages or thousands of career pages. So, for sure, yes. Okay, great. It was nice talking to you guys. Thank you so much for your time. Good day.
Thank you, Nad. We appreciate it.
Thank you.